you why, when we make choices, or why we ask ourselves how do we solve problems, where we go wrong. This comes from a really good book, Question Behind a Question, and it really changed my life. It allowed me to take ownership of my environment. And I think that in our society right now, we have a big problem with personal accountability. So I simply want to show you a formula from that book on how to go about and reframing your questions so you take back the power of doing things yourself, because you can't change anybody else. So the problem that we normally see is when we ask that something's broken, we find out it with a question that starts with why. You know, we ask and we find out why something's happening, why is this going on, why can I not control it? And the problem with that this is not actionable. So we're not able to take any action from there, we're simply asking questions. So there's a formula that you have to apply to this statement in order to take action and control of your environment. The step that it has to be is you have to start with a what or how to formulate your question. The second thing you're going to have to look at is you cannot change people. You cannot necessarily make somebody be different. You can provide influence, but ultimately it's always going to be the people's choice. So what we got to look at is it has to have an I in it. It's not we, are, theirs. It's always about I. And then the last thing is it has to be action-based. So as an example, as I was talking to my wife about, frustration with kids. So why is she getting frustrated? Exactly that. Why is the statement. So instead of asking, why are my kids so bad, she must rephrase it, or I must rephrase it as well as a parent, and say, what must I do in order to influence my kids differently so they don't behave this way? Because we're the parents, we're in control. They're simply a reflection of what we are. The same thing applies across the board in all scenarios. Do not say why questions, go with a what, an I, and an action-based statement. Thank you.